Previously on Shannons Supercar Showdown. Nervous Andy had a breakdown.
Help! Help me!
While sure and steady Sam won her third reward.
Yeah! Safe first, guys.
In the Elimination Challenge, cocky Nick choked.
Oh, no!
But it was Hayley, the model driver, who was sent home. 4 contestants remain. Who will Rick and Todd eliminate next?
I'm going to take on the mountain.
I have passion.
Belief.
Fear.
It takes more than just speed.
I've got to be stronger, smarter.
Know when to hold back. Endurance. Fitness.
Fame, endorsements.
Hello and welcome to the show. We're down to our final 4 in our competition. They're all gunning for a podium finish, but only one can take out the ultimate prize, which is a place on the starting grid for the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000 in their very own supercar team, Shannons Mars Racing.
It's week 8. And for our competitors, the dream of driving at Bathurst is within reach.
To get to Bathurst, you know, it's such an iconic race. I'll do anything I can do to get there and to win the prize.
Congratulations, guys. The 4 of you have already survived 6 eliminations, so we know you're pretty cool under pressure. The temperature inside a V8 supercar gets up to 60 degrees during a race, so today we're going to simulate those conditions and see how clearly you can think while you're under pressure in this Mars Melting Reward Challenge. Hydration is the key. There is a bottle in the room, but it's up to you what you do with it. The winner of today's challenge will walk away with a brand new wardrobe thanks to Globe.
I'm a girl. We always like a new wardrobe. Any excuse will do.
It's time to start the sizzle.
In the Bikram Yoga room, it's 44 degrees Celsius and 23% humidity.
Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go!
Sam's up first. Can she keep her cool?
Alicia mentioned that there was something to do with a bottle in the room. Where is the bottle of water? It wasn't until about probably, 6 or 7 minutes in that I realised this is the bottle of water. I hate those things.
3, 2, 1, in you go.
Got absolutely no idea what's going on.
Nick knows his way around a track, but he's lost in here.
I 100% thought we were doing yoga, but yeah, it turned out to be very different.
This challenge tests mental focus under physically stressful conditions.
I'm sort of just starting to get confused with the bits a little bit.
To be successful, contestants must complete the 3D puzzle in the quickest possible time. It's taken Nick more than 10 minutes to put the final piece in the puzzle.
Definitely very toasty in there, but I think I struggled with the puzzle more than the heat.
Go!
Sort of used to the hot conditions up in Mildura in summertime, so I didn't think the heat was going to annoy me too much.
Oh.
The heat hits Cam like a sledgehammer.
Yeah, I'm not going too bad. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my head around it. I struggled a bit just getting all the pieces in the right spot, but I got it done and I'm out and I feel pretty good still.
So I need to be in the zone to do this.
Now, English Andy has many talents.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, the ears are attached, but is the brain in gear?
It's got to go like that.
He's been in there for a while, he might be struggling a little bit. Maybe the Australian heat might be getting to him.
Has everyone completed this, yeah?
This is frustrating me a lot.
Next, our final 4 receive a surprise inspection.
Look at that. What do you call that?
And stick her around as we go behind the scenes with the Kelly team. English Andy is in the hot house. His country may be #1 at cricket, but the 3D puzzle has him stumped.
Has everyone completed this, yeah?
After 21 minutes of failing the Mars Reward Challenge, the other 3 throw him a lifeline.
What are you doing, mate?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I think it's time to go home.
You can give me a hand if you want.
Really? All right.
I don't even know what I'm making that thing.
It's a water bottle, mate.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they could have made the mod a little bit easier for me. I'm not the cleverest one out there.
You haven't even done the top right.
I'm undoing it for a drink.
Andy. You got there in the end with a little bit of help. Yeah. Well, the winner of today's reward challenge on a little over 6 minutes is Cam.
I'm 1 up on Sam now, which I'm pretty happy about, and I think some of the other guys are pretty annoyed that I've won so many.
You've really cleaned up in this competition. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Looking at the Mars leaderboard, Cam has finished fast, taking top spot and the Globe wardrobe. The Jayco Base Camp has been home to our contestants for the past 8 weeks. As the finish line approaches, Rick and Todd drop by for a snap inspection.
You awake?
Yes.
How's it going? Good morning.
Yeah.
We're down to the last 4 contestants now, so each week when we have an elimination challenge, it gets harder and harder to judge each person on how they've performed.
You know, it was a bit blasé when we first jumped in. It was, it was a bit different, but you could see, as we sort of got on, you sort of just banked it, you did it.
It's not like that now, it's at the business end, and you've got to really put in 100% and put a lot more on the line and take a few more risks to stay in the game.
So how are you going now that it's down to the final 4 and you're the last female standing?
It's a bit lonely without Hayley floating around. We lost Amber pretty early on, but I had my other little buddy. Now Hayley's gone, so these boys keep it pretty interesting though.
Rick and Todd have discovered some contraband.
Look at that.
What did you find, mate?
What do you call that? There's donuts in there. You're not eating donuts, though.
No donuts, mate. I eat apples and pears.
Did you eat the donuts?
I don't eat donuts, so...
You bought the donuts. If you want to buy donuts...
I don't eat donuts, mate.
Oh, you're lucky today, mate.
Jokes aside, a junk diet does not go down well for the finely tuned Kelly racing team.
Keep your head down and stay focused. Get it done.
How you going being in a whole new country for this amount of weeks?
Hasn't really affected me too much so far. The jet lag was a bit of an issue, the first part of it.
You kind of can't get too complacent with the people that you're surrounded by. It's not going to be too easy.
No, definitely not. Now we've got to the final 4, I'm just so determined to get through to the final and then to try and win it.
What we got to the bottom of is... You bought the donuts. And
I thought Cam had bought the donuts.
And you said that he didn't need
what's
a donut,
that? Oh, so maybe I'm not lying. Oh.
Do you want us to go back in there and talk about donuts, Cam?
Okay, let's go.
Shannons Supercar Showdown may well uncover the next big thing in Australian motorsport. Over the years, the Kellys have made a habit of developing raw, young talent.
Tim is the young guy in the sticker department. I convinced him to do a week's worth of trial work with us, and at the end of that week he's like, oh, it's still too big a thing, I haven't done any of this before, and I'm like, you'll be right. And he worked long hours, he put in the effort, and now he's running that department in absolutely ship shape. I've never seen anything like it, it's fantastic.
Pepsi's a bit of a revolution in V8 supercars. It's changing 5 times in a year, which is probably up there with a record, I'd say. Being able to change delivery throughout the year creates quite a lot of excitement for the fans, so I think that's probably the main message of Pepsi, is keeping it fresh and keeping it vibrant and not getting complacent with what you've got. We have to use a special print media and a special laminate for the cars to wrap, and it's just more conformable, so it's a little bit easier to pull around all the different shapes of the car. That's a mark from the laminator. Pretty serious, you won't be able to use that.
Well, there's a setback Tim doesn't need, because there's another car to prepare for a sponsor's special event.
So basically I've got about 24 hours to do both these cars, when normally you'd spend 24 hours doing one car. Now the sides are on, I'm a little bit happier. Wheel arches and stuff, they aren't too bad. They're not ideal, obviously, but cool wheel arches and bumper bars that come out too far are a bit more of a challenge, but it's all part of the job.
It's guys like that that make Kelly Racing what it is. It's not about having the qualifications and punching your chest out about it. It's knowing what you want to do and putting in the effort, and that's what keeps Kelly Racing going.
Next, Todd rides shotgun in the Elimination Challenge.
Ooh.
And later, someone's dream will come to an end. Four of the original 10 drivers are walking into the next Elimination Challenge. Bathurst is so close, they can taste it.
Hey drivers, well today for the very first time you'll have the opportunity to drive the Shannons Supercar Showdown circuit. Each of you will get the chance to do 5 laps, but with a very demanding passenger, Todd.
The maximum RPM limit for today is 4,000. It's not about speed, it's about consistency and technique. Remember, someone will be going home today. Good luck. Start your lap.
16-year-old Cam is up first.
When I was sitting in the car with Todd, he gave me a few pointers.
What's going on with your gears?
I don't know, just couldn't get them.
Started missing a few gears. I probably got a little bit nervous and I missed a few more.
Yeah, you missed a gear here as well.
Yeah, I think that's stuffed me.
What do you think, Todd Lally?
I think you missed a gear over the back and got a little bit flustered with it, and then started missing quite a few for the last couple.
Yeah, I'm quite annoyed with myself that I was missing the gears. I don't normally do that.
Yeah, today's challenge I thought might suit me. It was more about thinking about what we were doing, and that's probably a strength of mine.
So just relax, stay focused.
I think it's great that Todd's actually in the car with us for this challenge because it gives us an opportunity to show what we're like in the car. Todd didn't make any notes during the lap, which I don't know, maybe he was just holding on for dear life.
Very consistent.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Each lap was within 4 seconds.
That's ace. At the end of the lap, you sort of gave quite good, very tidy sort of feedback, so you sort of cling on to every word at the end of those challenges and think, God, I hope that means I did a good job.
Nick's out on the track now. Same as the others, some really good consistent laps I think is very important here. Ooh.
Going into the last corner, I bombed it in a little bit too late on one lap. Yeah, my heel and toe wasn't great. I made a mistake, so, you know, it doesn't leave me confident that I might not be going home, because I could be.
I've been, I think, the quickest in the last couple of weeks' challenges, so I don't see why that can't continue. And one of the judges sat next to you, there's nothing to hide there, you can't hide anything. Any mistakes he'll see and he'll be writing them down.
Andy thinks he's cruised it, but Todd's perplexed.
Is there any reason why you weren't pulling force up into that chicane?
Because it was going over 4,000.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you pull force going up the chicane?
So I thought it was going to bog it down and then be an extra gear shift. We've got a lot to lose here. I'm pretty nervous, yeah.
Okay guys, I know that was quite hard with me in the passenger seat watching every move, but to be fair, none of you really nailed that challenge. Sam, you're probably the best overall solid performer, just nailed all of your down changes, very consistent, but your lap times will probably hurt you a little bit.
I was sort of aware that I had compromised a little bit of speed for getting my technique perfect.
Nick, as you know, you're a little bit erratic on the down changes. When you're really focused on your down change, you're actually quite slow in the corner and vice versa. Cam, as you know, you had big dramas with the gearbox, missed a lot of gears. And Andrew, a fair few times you've dropped wheels off for no real reason when you could have stayed on the road.
I was quite relieved to hear that the others made mistakes. They didn't seem too happy with any of us, to be honest.
So Todd and I now need to go and analyse each aspect of your driving from today. So we'll see you at tonight's elimination.
Todd was pretty disappointed with us. We all made pretty big mistakes. I think it's going to play a big role in tonight's elimination.
Following the instructed hot laps, the Kellys were scathing with their feedback.
And none of you really nailed that challenge.
Like, everyone made a mistake out there, even I made a mistake, so it's just a matter of what the boys think were the bigger mistakes, really.
Back at Kelly HQ, it's deliberation time.
Today, for me, was probably the hardest to pick a clear loser. Sam, she certainly put in a solid, consistent job.
That's A.
The other three guys, there's not much between them. They all made big mistakes. Cam missed gears. Nick was pretty average on his heel and toe and his down changes. Ooh. Andy was dropping wheels off the road onto the stones all over the place. If you averaged out every aspect of what they did, there's bugger all in it.
At the end of the day, the scores are telling us what we need to do. You've seen them blasting around the track. Now, thanks to Shannons, the insurer for motoring enthusiasts who love cars just as much as you do, you could win the awesome Renault Megane RS250 Cup Trophy valued at $48,000.
That's right, Rick. One of our 3 Shannons Supercar Showdown challenge cars is up for grabs. From one of the largest manufacturers of racing cars in the world, Renault Sport, this awesome bit of kit boasts a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, cranking out 184 kilowatts of power.
And add to this, Grant, Recaro racing seats, 4-pot Brembo brakes and 19-inch alloys, and you've got one very good reason to enter.
Plus, you'll be completely covered because the Megane also comes with 12 months of Shannons comprehensive insurance. Sensational. To enter this exciting competition, visit our website, shannonssupercarshowdown.com.au.
This is definitely the elimination I've been most nervous about, going from 4 to 3 contestants.
If missing those gears send me home, I'm just going to be so devastated.
Hey guys, each week it's getting more and more difficult for Todd and myself to make this decision.
From sitting inside the car with you guys today, I think it was the closest elimination challenge we've had so far.
I've been dreaming of the opportunity to start the race at Bathurst, and now it's within arm's reach.
Sam sort of showed she's very safe on the roads, but in the end, you know, you have to drive to be a race car driver.
There are 4 drivers left in this competition, and that's about to become 3. If we pick up your helmet, it's time for you to go home.
Nick. Well done, sorry about that.
Look, I didn't really expect it, but this is probably one of the worst feelings. You know, he could have made a big step, and obviously, you know, didn't quite make it in the end.
You're right.
100% saw it coming. It's all good.
Been a good experience.
It's all worth it.
Yeah, I'm going to miss Nick. He's a pretty good mate of mine, so obviously not to have him here, it's going to be pretty sad, but life goes on.
You know, I'm not going to miss the competition as such, but I'm going to miss sort of pushing myself further and further through it.
Nick is packing his bags and heading back to Queensland, while the final three take one step closer to the major prize.
My family's going to be pretty proud of me. You know, I've done the best I can do. Obviously, it's not as good as I'd hoped for, but I've done my best, so I'm happy with that.
Next time on Shannons Supercar Showdown.
Wow.
It's down to the final three. With fame, fortune and the chance to race at Bathurst on the line. Plus, Dave Reynolds makes a move that could ultimately cost him his job.